Good. Okay, now back to our basic grooming kit, which is what's on this unit here. What you get with that is the pontoon trick kit. You get a wired control panel. It's all pre-wired, so you don't have to do any wiring at all with DIN connectors. This is the deluxe hydraulic unit, which of course, as you can see, has 5 power in, power out positions in case you would want to run a blade on the vehicle that you're running or any other accessories. With that comes the single strobe light and 2 rear facing lights. Okay. Right there. You got the hydraulic unit. Now again, this is the deluxe hydraulic unit. The basic hydraulic unit will have power in and out on one circuit for the wheels of the drag, and then power up and float down for the lift of the drag. With that kit is everything you see. You get all the connectors, the hoses coming back through, quick couple ends. The drag sizes are nominal. This is our medium duty drag, 7 feet wide, wheels and everything you see here.
Right with Todd.
Thanks. Now another thing people say is, hey, can I drive that down the road? How am I going to drive it down the road? It's going to glue the track, it's going to do all this fancy stuff, and you're going to have problems. Truth of the matter is, you just don't. It's got so many wheels on it that you can't really stick the track. Yep. And here we are cruising down the road. And by the way, before you do this, check with your local jurisdictions. Usually if you talk to your select people or your road agent, depending on where you live and what town you're in, they're pretty understanding since you're all volunteers doing this for free for the good of the community. And they are able and legally able to give you an exception and allow you to run down the roads, certain roads from trailhead to trailhead, as our selectmen in town have done. But as you can see, we're cruising down the road. There really isn't any other problem. It does tend to want to wander slightly, as you can well understand with so much surface area that's flat on the ground. But as you can see, it rides pretty nice.
There's the start of our trip out through the woods on an ungroomed trail. He's going to show you how this thing will go over the snowbank with no problem. It's not much of a snowbank right now. We don't have a lot of snow here, but it's something we can show. As you can see, that was no problem for that. Just completely flattened that snowbank. It was probably about 3.5 feet tall. Just completely flattened it and dragged it along to start filling up the trail. And now we're going to head down the trail.
Go with now again, this is less snow than you really should be on.
Now this is less snow than we should really be on, but we're just doing this for a video to show you what this thing's capable of doing. We're going to head down the trail now. I'll pan back to the drag, and we're going to start off. Once again, this is the ungroomed portion of the trail. As we're heading down, there's just one single snowmobile path. And by the time we get done on our second trip, it'll be a roadway. We're going to head up this section of the trail, which is a used, ungroomed section of the trail, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Now we're going to show you how we can turn this thing around. And that's that. Back on the trail. Back on the trail where we came from. We'll drop the groomer now, and he's going to drag back. What's that?
Say thanks, Ben, for letting us use the camp road.
And we appreciate it, Ben, for allowing us to use the camp road to demonstrate how this all works. And we appreciate it. The club to have the trail on the property. We all appreciate that very much so. Here's the outside of the drag going down the trail. And this here is the finished product. This was a completely ungroomed trail. Now it's like glass.
Oh yeah.
This is the pass we made the first time out, and on our trip back, as you can see, the finished product, just like glass. Run a Mack truck down it.